Hi. The algorithm over at the Book of Faces, it got me. It figured me out. So I've been collecting some acorns with the help of friends, and I'm collecting them because they are high in tannins. And for cotton, you need to treat them with tannins before, little spider plant friend, they'll accept dye really well. Otherwise, you're just not going to get a good result or really good fastness and all of those things. So I've collected them, but I was a little bit overwhelmed by the process. I got a couple videos over on the Book of Faces that have made it feel like I can actually do this, and I'm really excited about it. The other thing too is I was just going to use these for the tannins and then toss whatever was excess, but I can actually use the excess to make flour, and then I can have acorn flour pancakes for breakfast. And I'm like, that is so cool, like, to use all of it. So these are what some of them look like. So I'm gonna need to, if I want to use them for their flour, like cut them in half and make sure they're good. And then I'm gonna put them on a sheet pan and dry them so that the skin easily separates from the rest of the acorn. And then I will blend them up in a blender, put water in, and then keep straining that water until it's clear. That means all the tannins are gone. And then the leftover will be flour that I can dry and then use. So I'm so excited, and eventually I'm gonna get to this. For now though, what I'm thinking of doing is just going and find some sumac, which I do have a spot where I am planning to harvest from, and using that for the cotton. I bought 3 yards of conventional cotton that you can get at Walmart. Sadly, that was like the only place I could get fabric because the other common store was closed on Sundays, and our Michaels doesn't have a fabric section yet, so sad day. But I'm really curious how it's all going to turn out, and I'm thinking of doing a couple different techniques because I do believe sumac is going to dye that. In addition to doing the tannins, it's also going to dye it a certain color. So the other colors I work with are going to have that color effect going on, so that'll be fun to work with. I might end up with a lot of like green and brown, but I think that's okay, and I plan to do different like tie-dye kind of techniques and or just dipping half of it in, so I think it's still going to be really cool. And I'm excited to offer that for people that like to do quilting or like to do small sewing projects. I think it'll be fun for them to have in their stashes. And don't forget to check out my Etsy shop, Whimsy Creative Amelia. There might be something there you didn't know you needed and want to add to your collection.